Firstly, as I've said before in many forums, IIT Kanpur was one of the biggest contributing factor in growing up for me. And it's a cause for success for many people amongst our community. If you look at what we paid for that education, and we graduated from 1986 to 1990, it was in hundreds of dollars. And that's a small pittance for the world-class education that we got in our times. The same equivalent degree in the US probably would have cost tens of thousands of dollars. So the difference in those two costs is what the government of India and IIT Kanpur has provided to us in the form of valuable education. If you multiply that amount with an inflation factor for the next 30 years, because we've graduated roughly 30 years back, that amount comes to the region of a few $100,000. So that's the amount of money we should give back to IIT Kanpur to at least be break even. Of course, I also believe in the words that it takes a village to raise a child, metaphorically. And IIT Kanpur obviously was an important part of that village for us. And since we've all been raised up in that environment, the least we like to do is to give back to that part of the society. And IIT Kanpur, again, stands out for that reason as well. Thirdly, many of us have probably earned money that we didn't expect to earn when we were kids growing up, in amounts that far surpasses our previous assumption of what enough money is all about. What are you going to do with it? I think you have a finite life, 20, 30, 40 years left. You should give it back methodically so it can be used for the next generation of children. Many children all over the world, my kids included, had to adapt very quickly to online education. While my children sat in their bedrooms, had good quality Wi-Fi to study at different times of the day, my thought obviously went back to people who did not have that facility, did not have laptops with powerful memory, or the Wi-Fi or signals were not strong enough, depending on where they study. And of course, there's going to be difference in learning for people who have and people who have not. And that is an unfair advantage, again, to people who have. So one should try and smoothen that out as much as possible. So my giving back in that online campaign was essentially to try and help students back in IIT Kanpur who did not have laptops or did not have access to easy technology. And hopefully that little contribution would have helped to kind of smooth out the differences. Firstly, as you know, there is a measure of inequality called the Gini coefficient, and India is a highly unequal society. The Gini coefficient for India is roughly 48%, which means which puts India roughly 18th or 19th in the world ranking in inequality. It's a highly unequal country and society. So one needs to try and bridge the gap for people who do have, to be able to give to people who do not have. So I also firmly believe that talent worldwide is very well distributed across the world, almost like a normal distribution, but opportunity set is not. So one needs to, those who have the opportunity, to provide that opportunity to people who do not have that opportunity, so that talented people in that segment of the population gets to benefit.